All right, continuing off the Bangkok content. Are you a pothead or a stoner? This might be the greatest Southeast Asia destination for you. If you do happen to partake in cannabis and are a pothead, as I once was, meaning that you smoke every day when you wake up till you go to sleep, I don't know of any better country that you could visit in Asia besides for Bangkok. I mean, all of Thailand, there's weed stores everywhere. So, I mean, it's just a matter of what you're trying to do, you know what I'm saying? So this is a weed store right here. I'm gonna talk more about this in Vietnam. I just wanted to shoot this part in Thailand. So hold on, let me. So we'll see you in Vietnam for the rest of this video. All right, you just watched that intro in Bangkok on Koh San on the cannabis situation in Thailand. So let's get into the video, let's talk about it. As I said, I think Thailand's probably the greatest cannabis users paradise in the world now at this point. You know, Amsterdam's pretty popular for that too, but I think Thailand's got a better handle on the situation. So if you're definitely somebody that smokes all the time every day and wants to go on a nice vacation in Asia, there's no other option for you but Thailand. Can you get weed everywhere you go? Of course. Like that's a, yeah, 100% you can get weed almost in any country if you try and look hard enough. It just makes it so much easier to go to a place where it's fully legal like that. Now there is some stipulation to this. My background is in LA. I grew weed for quite a bit of time. I had an IT business, but I also had a cannabis grow business where I grew cannabis and then I sold it. And then I bred genetics as well. So I'm not a super mega ultra expert in this stuff, but I know a few things here and there that can help you out on potentially your first trip to Thailand, and especially if you're kind of green on cannabis. First thing we're going to talk about, if you haven't smoked in a long time, like years, and you're going to Thailand and you're like, oh, I'm going to get some weed and I'm going to smoke and have a good time, you need to really be careful. I met so many people there that were freaking out. Like they had just smoked like a full joint because they hadn't smoked in a few years. And they smoked like 28% THC, like indoor, really good stuff. And just got so faded that they thought they were like dying. So let's put it real easy. Every weed store has got indoor and outdoor. 90% of the weed at most of the places, I went to about 55 shops because I'm really curious in that stuff and to kind of see how it is. And, you know, maybe potential business ideas in the future. I would say out of those 55 shops I went to, 90% of the stuff that they said was indoor was actually outdoor, and it wasn't properly cured. If it's not a really, really bright, vibrant green, and it's more like a brown to it, it's an outdoor and it wasn't cured properly. And you're gonna run into that a lot. The prices are gonna be wild. It's gonna go all the way from 150 baht per gram, all the way up to the most expensive I saw per baht per gram was 1,400 baht for 1 gram. Now I found a lot of really good indoor that honestly look like Cali buds to me. I very much so doubt that they were Thai grown bud. Almost all the places that were really trying to say they were Thai growers, the weed quality just wasn't as good because that craft takes a long time to hone in on, and they're only a few years into the game. But I definitely found a lot of really, really good indoor Cali buds from anywhere from 600 to 1,000 baht a gram. So things are really sold in a gram there and in pre-rolls. Like there's a lot of pre-roll joints there. The pre-rolls I would stay away from because they're usually going to be shake or trim or buds mixed with shake or trim. You know, it's not going to usually be all bud and good stuff. It's so loud here tonight. What the hell night is it? Wednesday night? Is this busy? Nah, no way. A lot of tourists here. Yeah, Wednesday night. I wonder what's down here. Is this sushi? I want to look at this sushi too. So, if anything has seeds in it, don't buy it. there's a lot of stem and little buds. That means it's like underdeveloped cannabis, not grown fully out. When you buy a gram, so they're going to show you the weed in a showcase in like a jar with like the best looking buds they have for that strain. And then you're going to buy a gram and they'll bring it to you in like a glass jar or a plastic tube. You need to look at it. A lot of times what they showed in the jar was not reflecting what they were selling. So that's kind of a scam they do there. You're going to pay a lot for good buds there. It's going to be the cheapest I found, really good like indoor, higher THC, properly cured, properly dried, not rushed, really good weed was 800 baht was like the cheapest. Similar, 800 baht was like the cheapest. There's a lot of like good outdoor, not the best dried, not the best cured for 150 baht to 500 baht. So like if you're cheap, I mean you can get a lot for cheap if you want low quality. And if you haven't smoked for a really long time, like years, get the super low quality. Do not get high quality. And I wouldn't do any edibles if you haven't done it in a long time. I would even get the pre-rolled. You'll be fine with a 150 baht, 200 baht, half gram pre-rolled joint and just taking 2 puffs and then waiting a half hour. You can overdose pretty quickly when you haven't done weed in a very long time and freak out your whole entire like 3-hour schedule. So you can always take more, but you can't take less. Now you can try to get some CBD there to counteract if you take too much, but I didn't find any of the CBD was that good. It seems like they're kind of new on the tinctures and the legality on all that stuff wasn't quite there. There are no real vapes there because vaping's for some reason illegal. I'm going to talk about that in another video, the weird rules and laws of Thailand. But yeah, it can be a really good place to get cannabis, you know? And just keep it really low and lightweight out of the gate. You don't need 28% THC if you haven't smoked. Hello, Xin chào, chào. If you haven't smoked in years, especially like 4 years, you do not need anything powerful. Now I did find on Kosan a couple of places that had like actual like 8% THC, like, and then like actual pure Thai stick, which is shitty weed in my opinion, which was like 10% THC. It's really spicy. It looks almost like swag. Like Thai stick, Thai weed's been around forever. There's some good Thai strains that have been mixed out, like Durban Poison, I think, has Thai in the back end somewhere. But there's all kinds of strains. They had all the Jungle Boy shit. I ended up finding everybody. Skittles is really popular over there. I found a couple places with real Skittles because I used to run the gear of Skittles, which is like one of the best strains ever made in my opinion. A lot of wedding cake. There's a lot of Jungle Boy strains there. If you know, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Jungle Boys, but whatever. So there's definitely super good shit to be had there. You have to go hunting. You're not going to find it at your first store. Kosan Road's going to have the most expensive weed for the most part. I would avoid getting it there. If you're really into weed, just take your time, go to each store and just really look around. There was one pretty good weed store that was by, was it the M Market or W Market? W or M Market, whatever the first market I aired where I ate the currywurst. Right there at that place, there's one weed shop there that looks really nice from the outside. They had Skittles. And it was real deal Skittles, and it was cheap. It was, I think that was the cheapest place I found with the best weed on the first time. Of course, I didn't smoke any because I don't smoke weed anymore. But I think I could have got that for like 300, 350 a gram. And then like a pre-roll half gram was 150, 200. So you can find really good weed for a really good deal. It's just not going to be, it's not going to be overly prevalent, to be honest with you. So just take it easy. If you're a super big pothead, like, and you smoke every day, yeah, so you take your due diligence and look around. Like, go ahead and you know your strain, what you love. You know what I'm talking about, gelato, wedding cake, all that shit. They've got it all there. You've got to look around. If you buy 3 grams or more, you can get a pretty good deal. You could start to negotiate the price, even if they like act like they have it set in stone. Everything's a negotiation in Southeast Asia. So just start to throw out like other numbers, like just try to get a deal. You'll usually get a deal. But I can't recommend, I would say Thailand is the #1 vacation destination in the world for stoners right now. Easily. Easily, easily, easily. You can smoke freely everywhere. There'd be people getting off the subway and sparking up a joint right away, which I wouldn't be doing, but like, it seems that they're very open and free about it, which is, I guess, a good thing. But yeah, it's everywhere. And if you haven't been there yet and you don't like weed, you're not gonna be happy with Thailand, because it's fucking weed shops everywhere and it smells like weed everywhere. So overall, if you're going on a weedcation and you're a pothead and you need your weed every day, I give Thailand a 9.5 out of 10 for traveling. It can't be beat. So I'd recommend that you check it out, put it on your #1 list to travel. I do think Thailand's quite a bit more expensive than Vietnam. I think Vietnam's funner. I think it's more of an adventure here. I mean, everything comes down to personal opinion. Some people are gonna love Thailand, Bangkok way more than Saigon, Vietnam. It's all understandable, to each their own. You know, I'm not ever gonna say one is better than the other. I don't think one country is really better than another in really anything. I just like making videos that are controversial and get people talking. So sometimes it makes me creating that clickbait title that really isn't clickbait, to just get people talking. Like, I'm a fiery hot debate with the Thai people in Thailand right now. It's pretty funny. So that's the video. I hope it helped you. Like I said, weed's gonna be anywhere from 150 baht all the way up to 1,200 baht per gram. As you get towards the 8th, 3 gram, 3.5 gram, you can start to negotiate and get a better price. They have bongs there if you want to buy a bong. I would just buy a pack of raws, a pack of tips, and roll them yourself. I would not buy the pre-rolls unless you're a complete newbie and haven't smoked in a while, because at that point you don't need anything that's strong at all. You just need some weed. And like I said, take your time, just 1 or 2 puffs. Wait a half hour if you need more, 1 or 2 more puffs. And then of course, if you're a pothead, do whatever the F you want. As far as concentrates, I didn't see any because they have some kind of ban on vaping, which we will talk about in another video. Actually, probably this next video, I'm gonna wrap it all in as one. So I hope that was helpful. Like I said, there's super good weed, there's super shitty weed, there's super mid weed. You gotta know what you're looking for. Like I said, if it's brown, if it's darker green, if it doesn't smell strong, pungent, and a bit skunky, all weed's gonna smell a bit skunky or fruity or whatever it's supposed to be. Probably stay away from it. If it's got a hay smell, or if it just doesn't smell right, just go walk away from it. There's no point in buying outdoor or mid-grade weed there when they have high-grade weed there. The only time you would want to do that, like I said, if you haven't smoked in years and years and years. And definitely don't do edibles if you haven't done edibles, if you haven't smoked weed in a long time. You're gonna get fucked up for like 8 hours and just want to go to sleep. So I hope that was helpful. As ever, thank you so much. If you want to sign up for the Patreon, you can do a personal tour with me here in Saigon. You'll sign up to the Patreon, you'll DM me on there. I'll take you for the tour of your choice, and then you pay me whatever you want at the end of it. That's pretty much how the tours go. I do all of my live streaming exclusively on kick.com/fat and broke. That will be in the description of the video. So if you want to watch me live stream, it's over there. If you want to support my live streaming, you can subscribe on Kick for $5 a month. I get 95% of that $5. That's the best way to help me if you like to watch me live stream, is to go over to Kick, subscribe, hit the notifications to all. If you want to know exactly when I'll be streaming on kick.com, there's a notification by email as well. So they'll notify you through the app and they'll send you an email. So you can never miss me then. I will be live streaming about 3 to 4 times a week on kick.com starting up next week. So thank you guys as ever. Stay frosty. See you on the next one. Peace out.